Greetings, Sagittarius and Sag Rising. This is your Western forecast for September 2024. The sun is always in Virgo the first 3 weeks of every September. Where the sun shines is where your attention, your priorities are more drawn to. The sun in Virgo is 10 signs past Sagittarius. So in general, one of the main themes is career, business, leadership, visibility. In some cases, a highlighted 10th house can put you in more fame, more recognition. It can also put a spotlight on government, working in the government, having to deal with the government. But basically, it's a major emphasis on your life purpose and career. The new moon is what sets our intention and focuses and says, now we're ready to go. Well, the new moon in Virgo is on September the 2nd. And it's going to be impacting everybody for all of September. Because even though the sun leaves Virgo on the 22nd of September, leaving your 10th house of career matters, the new moon in your 10th house of careers is holding that energy till at least October the 1st. This new moon is in opposition to Saturn. Opposition means other people, external situations. Saturn could be this limiting, controlling, blocked energies. Is this where the career, the business, the boss is restricting you and holding you back? Or are you just not getting fulfilled and now you're starting to feel really stuck? And there's main focus is how to take on more responsibilities, be more persevering because of the Saturn to overcome all this blocked energies. Now, 2 weeks after the new moon sets our intention. So there's a lot of career adjustment. 2 weeks later is the full moon. This starts to reveal what's worked, what didn't work. But this full moon is going to be feeling like it's on steroids because it's a full moon lunar eclipse. And we have solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, they always travel together twice a year. And so that full moon lunar eclipse is going to bring a lot of matters to light. I'll get more into that later. But before I break all this down, because we have other areas to explore, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer. Now, so all of September, really focus on your life purpose, your business, your job. But you're having to face these challenges, these obstacles. Now, Mars is the warrior planet in mythology. Mars can be aggressive, ambitious, angry, assertive. Mars is a 2-year cycle, and it's going into Cancer, a water sign. Sagittarius is a fire. To have fiery Mars in a water sign, and you're a fire sign also, there could be a lot of emotional tension, stress. With Mars in a water sign, it could be boiling or creating steam. Anyhow, Mars in emotional Cancer is 8 signs past Sagittarius. And the 8th house deals with finance, joint ventures, taxes, insurance, inheritance, loans. It's a major financial area of the chart. And Mars, once in 2 years, will enter into it when it goes into Cancer, September the 4th through November the 3rd. So for those 2 months, Mars could be where you're being really irritable or aggressive over financial negotiations, or really anxious about your financial responsibilities, being able to pay your bills. Now, Venus is that planet that seeks harmony and peace, the planet of love and creativity. Venus is in Libra the first 3 weeks, once a year. And being in Libra, that's 11 signs past Sagittarius. So this charming, pleasant Venus is in the 11th. The 11th is your friendships, your group activities and organizations, with all that sociable Libra, with friends, with networking, with attending friends events, social events. The 11th also deals with our long-range goals and aspirations, and that Venus, you're feeling really hopeful about your long-range goals. But Venus will leave Libra on September the 22nd, once a year, and go into Scorpio, which for several weeks. And Scorpio is the sign prior to Sagittarius. So it's that shadow area, that transitional area. So when Venus moves into the 12th house, that's what it's called, that's the last house before going into Sagittarius, you either want to lay low, or you got secrets, you're just not feeling as sociable. But that'll be okay, because the sun is going to leave Virgo, leave your 10th house of career matters, but that new moon is holding it to the end of September. But the sun will leave Virgo on the 22nd, the same day that Venus leaves the 11th of socializing and friendships, and the sun moves into Libra on September the 22nd for 4 weeks, till around the 21st of October. So now the sun is putting a spotlight on these 11th house matters of socializing, friendships, getting support from associates. The 11th house can have a lot to do with your long-range plans and goals and aspirations. So the Venus, the first 3 weeks, is you were feeling really contented and enjoying the future possibilities. And you're really looking at your career. And then the sun moves into that area the last week of September through the first 3 weeks, and you're really focused on your long-range goals. And the 11th house, as I said, can deal with teamwork, networking, friendships, but let's just look to your long-range goals, because you've got that anxious, irritable Mars in the 8th house of financial negotiations, and then this whole month is really focusing on overcoming challenges at career, because it's in the 10th house of careers and it's being opposed by restricted Saturn, which now takes me into the full moon lunar eclipse on September the 17th. It's a regular full moon, you feel it for a day or two. A full moon lunar eclipse, you could feel it for a couple of weeks, especially if it makes a direct impact in your horoscope. But certainly that third week, that second to third week into September, that full moon lunar eclipse is bringing a lot of things that's been hidden out into the light. Now, in general, a lunar eclipse is about letting go, saying goodbye, releasing old patterns. Now, you got Neptune conjuncting the lunar eclipse. It's in Pisces, and Neptune rules Pisces. The positive for the whole world could be triggering a lot more compassion, empathy, spirituality. So if there was some major crisis in the world during the end of September, there would be a lot of charity and healing with the Neptune. But back to your career. So Uranus is the great liberator, awakener, and it's in harmony with that Neptune. And that could also awaken a lot of great revelations and insights. But if I just look at the liberating Uranus, excellent with the lunar eclipse, it's really encouraging really sudden breakthroughs. And the lunar eclipse wants to let go. And the Neptune is going to bring a certain amount of inspiration and vision and hopefulness. So this is a powerful lunar eclipse that can make a real difference in people's lives. And this full moon lunar eclipse being in Pisces, Pisces is 4 signs past Sagittarius. The 4th house sector that the lunar eclipse is really highlighting deals with home, family, property, real estate. And there could be some changes in your living situation, maybe with family. But let's look at career with real estate. It could mean the obvious, that you're starting to really think about investing in real estate, not necessarily being a real estate broker, but buying some properties as an investment for rentals. That would be a classic example. But the 4th house is also your living situation. And you might be really feeling this push that your career, your business is holding you back. And with the full moon lunar eclipse, you could be breaking through. And for some of you, it could be triggering a change of residence by moving into a new direction to open yourself up to being more fulfilled with your career. And with that sun in Libra on September the 22nd for 4 weeks, it's putting a real spotlight. That's the sun on the 11th. You could be getting a lot of help from friends and associates. But the 11th deals with our long-range goals and aspirations. And I think with this new moon being held back by Saturn and the new moons in your career sector, you're starting to feel that you're being blocked, inhibited, and restricted at your business, at your career. And now you're really looking, it's starting with Venus, but then it gets a lot stronger with the sun by the end of September, of really being more motivated to look to the long-range future, to really shake up your life and get beyond these blocked energies. Now, you could be going into a whole new business that could involve architecture, real estate, land, farming. That's all 4th house. Or you could be relocating to get a better job, unless you're buying real estate properties as a sideline business or even a full-time business to make money in, rental properties or construction and flipping houses or redecorating. All of that is in part of this big turning point. But Mars in the 8th house, there could be a lot of anxiousness and stress over saying goodbye to what you've been doing and hello to something else, new career direction, or if you're going into any kind of new venture, maybe like with real estate, that Mars in the eighth can deal with banking and and escrows and loans. And that Mars, you could be feeling all this anxiousness, trying to get this new business up and running. But bringing it more down to a smaller level, so it doesn't have to be this big real estate venture, buying properties. Maybe it's just changing jobs, and with the Mars, feeling really anxious about being able to pay your bills and negotiating a good financial paycheck for you. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co, that's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.